Welcome everyone to part 2 of the Terrence challenge for week 5. We are on a human wanderer of Yredelemnul with 2 pips of piety and only have one spell, which I currently have offline right now because I'm wearing pearl dragon scales that I found at the end of the last episode. So that takes our defenses up to 21, 20, and 10, and feeling really comfortable about that. Heading generally towards, you can't tell from what I've actually bought so far, but we're generally heading towards a summoning build. So I have a number of books here that I'm just reminding myself here as well. We're looking at Summon Horrible Things, Malign Gateway, but before that, Sphinx Sisters and Yara's Violent Unraveling. And then I also have, there it is, yeah, Summon Mana Viper is going to be the nearest term thing. So leveling into summonings and then switching out of my armor to get into the spell casting, possibly switching out the Kite Shield to go into Buckler as well. So I found Lair on this level, and we're about to go down to D9. So let's see what D9 has in store for us. The very first thing we're going to do, of course, is light the Black Torch, which gives us a few summons and a Steam Dragon. This would be the 4th Steam Dragon we've found in the past like 2 or 3 floors, I think. And I still don't have any poison resistance, so that's quite unfortunate. I think, yeah, Curare has been what I've been using mostly. So go ahead and hit him with that, and I'm going to step around the corner so he can't shoot us. Now, hopefully, yeah, easy. We are using a trident, so pretty good damage. And then the Curare also obviously helps quite a lot against Steam Dragons. Another Orc pack. We've found a lot of these in this game so far as well. In general, I'll just add that I was going for Ascetic Rune and failed to get there. Had to use a Curing Pot against Pykel and his crew a couple floors ago. Cut it pretty close and got kind of lucky drawing the right potion. But we are still going for the turn count win, which is below 40,000, and the one-time bonus of getting to Zot before level 20. So that's kind of where we're at, what we're trying to do in general. The other bonuses are going to come relatively easily. They involve, let's step back from the priest. They involve getting to slime, just poking our head in slime at some point before any ruin branches. Okay, the invis guy is a little scary here because none of my dudes can see invis. So we're just going to pull back a little. And the other bonus is getting to Vaults 5 before level 18, which I think should be doable. We might have to dive it a little bit. Wow, he just one-shot my Steam Dragon? That's unfortunate. He does 14 damage and increased damage when unseen, which is right now. And I do not have See Invis. So that's pretty unfortunate. I notice I have an unused Identify scroll there, which I'll get to eventually. We don't have any cold resist. We do have a lot of armor, though. Do I try to fight this? I mean, I know that he's going to be in melee with me. Oh, and there he is right now, showing up. What can I hit him with here? Polymorph? Not susceptible. I could hurl Torchlight, which does some irresistible damage. Probably not susceptible. Oh yeah, 41% chance to paralyze. I'll hit him with a couple of these. Hey, there we go. Turned out to be an easy kill. The Warg, on the other hand, does 25 damage. 41% chance to paralyze. Really need to get some spells online, huh? How about Curare? No, they're resistant to poison. Skybeast, Scorpion, Ogre at 41% chance. That's not optimal. We do have one Wand of Roots, so I guess we just attack. Wow, he hits me hard right off the bat. So I'm not liking this. Okay, Paralyze goes off. And we get him. Nice. Summoning to level 6. Was it not auto picking up that gold for some reason? That was weird. Okay, this could be a little bit dangerous here with that Wyvern. Can't quite hit him with Curare, which I'd like to do. I'm thinking Hurl Torchlight is going to be the play as soon as I can, which is right now. So this way I can buff my 2 dudes and hit the enemies. That worked well. Unfortunately, they weren't in my aura, which was an oversight, because that means I did not resurrect them. Did he just heal? Yeah, heal other. Just got healed. Okay. So got my warg up. Troll coming too. That's a little scary. Got one more torchlight. I don't want to use it really. Let's see. We'll step back. What kind of darts does this guy have? Just poison darts, so I don't have any poison resistance, notably. I can hit all 3 of these with torchlight. I think I'm going to. Got one more summon there. Let's step up this way. Trying to avoid getting more poisoned. Get Curare on the troll. That's a success. Just got smited. Let's see. Oh, this is the... I'm just now noticing, because I'm half blind, that this is the orc entryway. So that's why there's so many of orc-related enemies here. Let's see. How's my org, what's he called? Warg doing? He only does 20 damage compared to the 25 that he did when he was alive. That guy does 9. Troll's going to shred them. I think I'm mostly worried about the poison damage and the smite. So probably I should be pulling back. I certainly don't want to get into melee with the troll. So we're pulling back. Little javelin action here, maybe. Notably, the troll is not within my Umbra. Really wish this Umbra was a wider range. Is that something that goes up with more piety? I'm not sure. Okay, stepping back some more. No longer poisoned, that's good. Troll's at half health. So far, so good on that. Hit him again with this. There's another friend. Do we step in to try to attack? Maybe. I don't want to get poisoned or smited down here. So I'm going to pull back. One more. I'm going to let my friends do the work. Unfortunately, my only smite targeted ability is this Graveclaw, which is effectively offline right now. Just going to pass turns. He does die. Nice. And my summoning goes up to level 7 there. So I do have armor and shields leveled. The Pearl Dragon Scales I'm wearing right now are 11 encumbrance. So we'd need quite a bit of armor training to get spells online with these. The armor set that I have plus the kite shield. So, I mean, I do want to do that. It's really defensive. It's good setup. But I think it makes sense to just jam more summonings right now to try to get the spells online, because I don't need the armor if I get my spells online. So let's go summonings. I hit level 11. So after this fight, we'll go back and we'll check what the snake spell percent chance to cast is without all this armor. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to summon all those guys because they weren't in range, but I think that was the smart thing to do, was pull back a little bit there. Let's see, is this guy... Yes, weak to poison, but so am I. Orc dies. So we'll step into melee with him, kill him, pick up some more poison darts. Okay, now we're playing like a tabber. I'm just not quite strong enough to be a tabber in general, even with this armor. I'm not auto-picking up gold for some reason, so I'm just going to quickly go log out, log back in. That usually fixes the issue. Okay, another wyvern. We haven't mulched any curare darts, so that's pretty good luck. Let's see what we can do. Hey, we get him. Didn't even lose any allies. Go back here, get that dart. So we're up to 6 of those poison darts. Pretty tight little area here for a necromancer build. Yet another big threat. Let's curare first. Hopefully the wyvern has enough damage to get in there and take that down. I expect it'll be just fine. I'm going to hit him with a second curare because it does damage and poison. And then expect my allies can kill him from here. Okay, good enough. I wanted to summon him, but I didn't have the guts to step in closer. Ring of Intelligence. Interesting. I think I'm happy to switch that in for Ring of Protection right now. Matter of fact, I'm not super stoked with my melee right now, so I think we're just going to switch back to leather armor and then switch out Ring of Protection for Ring of Intelligence. And then just check on our Summoned Mana Viper. So it's at 71%. We do have a Kite Shield on, so I could take off the Kite Shield as well. Let's see what that does. That takes it down to 36. That's practically castable. Sphinx Sister is probably, yeah, it's not there yet. Not even a little. And Yara's at 90%. It's coming, little by little. So let's go pick this up. I think we're ready to go ahead and grab this. We also get a Radiate out of it and Summon Horrible Things. So this is a big book for us, big pickup. It's absolutely the direction that we're going. Long term, as well as near term. So we'll get Mana Viper online. Graveclaw is back online, obviously. 36%. So we're just jamming, summoning. I could actually just switch right now to back to hexes a little bit because it's cheaper and I want it for Sphinx Sisters. So let's actually get it up to 7. And then I think we'll just go pure summoning after that. So the only downside to doing that, and I wasn't thinking about it at the time, is that I just shut off my Yredelemnul torch. Oh, I didn't actually put that on. Not sure why that didn't switch. Okay, so 26% chance. That's even better. Get rid of some of this junk. Use that Scroll of Identify that I mentioned earlier. Brilliance. Brilliance isn't bad. Yet more orcs. So we've got positive energy. What? Ringmail? Plate armor. So he's going to be hard to hurt. And Sword of Venom. So we don't want to get into melee with him, that's for sure. Do I try to summon Mana Viper here? Probably not in a hallway. Certainly wouldn't want to get trapped between a mist summon and that archer. But when we're here, yeah, big damage, well worth. Now, hopefully he stays alive. Nope, it's gone. That's the darn thing about Mana Viper is they do not last very long at all. Pretty strong, though. I mean, it will absolutely carry us as soon as we get it online completely. For quite a while, too. It does good damage. Good against casters. Obviously, that's really what it's for. But it's just a melee brute. It's fine. Okay, we're going to try not to auto-explore too much to keep our turn count lower. We'll just check this, and then we're going to dive. So that was D9. Down we go. Light the black torch. This will be the last dungeon that we go into before going into Lair. So we'll go until we have to retreat or until it's cleared, and then we'll go to Lair. Because we can't be shafted while the black torch is lit. And as soon as that becomes no longer the case, I am going to run away. Because I don't want to be shafted at this point. Our character is not that strong. I mean, I haven't trained any melee skills, right? But a lot of our damage is coming from melee. Okay, how scary is this guy? I can't see invis. He does 20 plus 10 plus 15 on bites. That's pretty scary, is the long story short of that. Mana Viper's at 24%. I don't want to tangle with him. So we'll just go somewhere else. I have a cloak, don't I? Yeah, basic cloak. That's the other thing. I haven't found any interesting gear. Like, I found all the pieces, but my best gear are these two things here that I don't really want to wear because I want to be a spellcaster. And I actually have good spells to get online as well. So we're in a tricky spot in terms of like what to do exactly. Other than just the basic train summoning, go summoning, get there as fast as possible. Yaks. Okay. Yaks, and I've got 2 summons. I wish Mana Viper was not so scary to cast, because that would really help right now. I don't want to cast it in a tight spot like this because a miscast could be bad, but I'm probably going to anyway. I'm just going to step down here and see if this is... Yeah, it's a nice place to escape. So we're going to go Mana Viper. Sweet. Ooh. How scary are you right now? Exceptionally scary. Vitrify is real bad. And then the Bolts of Cold I have no resistance to. Okay, so we're running away. I think we're done with D10 for now. We've found 2 deadly threats already. I think we're just going to go to Lair. Mana Viper over there getting kills, meanwhile. Yeah, okay. Into Lair we go. We're going to hope for better luck. And as soon as we pop in, we meet Joseph. Fantastic. Oh, well, I do, before I get too excited about it. I do have Light the Black Torch, which summons allies. And my percent chance to hit with Curare is 61, which is not great. Could be better. My first thought, though, is Light the Black Torch. We get Murder Kudas, which is pretty huge. And then I'm going to try to get Curare on him. Yes, I hit him. Okay, I wish he wouldn't have gone that way. What's my chance to paralyze? 41. Not spectacular. So I could go more poison. Boy, my guys just completely avoided this frog, didn't they? That's okay. I'd rather them go for Joseph, to be fair. So let's go Graveclaw here to make him easier to hit. And then I was just trying to trade places with my allies to get away from that frog. So that was successful. Hex is up to 6. Apparently I was drained for some reason. Ah, Sling of Draining. There it is. Not a bad weapon to use, actually, for me. Yeah, I'm going to switch into that. Hello, Basculus. Let's get him. I'd like to raise him as a corpse optimally. No dice. Okay, now we've got wolves and blink frogs. Does this guy have poison? Yeah, Axe of Venom, nice. Hopefully he stays summoned long enough to get some value out of that. Let's step in. Let's use one of our torchlights here. I'd like this fight to end before my initial summons disappear. I think this is probably the best bet. The frogs are the scariest thing here. Cool, we got Might. We'll go Graveclaw again. Mana Viper's coming relatively quickly here. Let's lock this guy down so he can't get in melee range. And then attack him. Well, he has no EV. Sweet. Same thing down here. Attack. So far, so good. Hex is a 7. Quite a lot of experience here relative to the levels in these skills. So we'll get summonings now up to 10. Mana Viper's at 17. So that's just about usable. My initial summons are disappearing, the Murdicudas in particular, which is bad because they were filling up the screen for me. So I guess I'm going to step back. And do I want to try to summon Viper? I do. Press the button before you think too hard about it. Ooh, look at that. Triple poison on Viper. That's no good. Can we get this guy dead, please? Because I'm not resistant to poison either. Okay, Polar Bear in melee range. Step away. Make sure he can't get into melee range. Frog. How much does Frog do? 20. 20 is quite a lot. Let's see. I got 2 more torchlights. Ooh, torchlight's really good here, isn't it? Come to think of it. I can do it right here, hit all these guys and my allies. It's beautiful. Really fire in your Mana Viper's direction? That's going to hurt the Mana Viper? I didn't think it did. Maybe it just doesn't hurt the undead, apparently. Good enough. Summoning to level 9. Fight's not over yet, though. And now it is. Doesn't take much for a bunch of mighted summons to kill everything. Go get him, boys. Okay. Lair entrance secured. was a little spicy. Now we got a wyvern. And we're snowballing. So just got to keep an eye on my overall experience. I'm halfway through level 11 already. And to get that second bonus point, we got to get down to Vaults 5 before level 18. So that could be tricky. All right, what do we got for Death Yaks on Lair 1? Ouch. Summon Mana Viper and Curare is what I'm thinking. Plus Torpor Snail. Oh, come on, game. I think Death Yaks, though, are going to give me torch charges. Which means let's throw that torch around, right? Surely it's not just one Death Yak, right? Got him. Did not get a torch back, unfortunately. Okay, we resurrected the snail, which does 20 damage. So these are pretty good summons here, actually. Graveclaw. I have 3 uses. Let's keep it going. Lock this guy down. Eliminate his evasion benefit. Okay, do we do spell casting now, I think? It's really cheap. All of the spells we want right now are dual school, so let's take it up to, say, 7? We're only at 17 maximum magic points as well, so little mana goes a long way. Mana Viper at 12%. And let's see about Sphinx Sisters, 98. So we're getting there. We're starting to chip into it. 65% on Yaras. Probably not going for that. But we could look at a Radiate, which is at 90%. So got a lot of things that we could work towards. We'll just keep Mana Viper going. Keep trying to stay in melee-ish range here, so I get my summons. There's Mephitic Cloud and Curse of Agony. Curse of Agony, does that work well? No, I'm thinking of Anguish. I do not like Curse of Agony, but Anguish would be great to find. Okay, so that was indeed a single Death Yak. Kind of lucked out there in terms of not getting a whole pack of them. That would have been a little tough, I expect. We've got good damage overall, really. With this many summons, and they're good summons. Feeling better now than I was feeling when I was wearing the Pearl Dragon Scales, I think. Just because Mana Viper mainly. And because I know we've got the backup of the Graveclaw, right? Just having that available is huge. Okay, we're about to get surrounded potentially, so let's lock him down. Lock the next one down too. Just trying to keep them all in the Umbra is the goal here. I got Curare, let's do that. Miss twice, come on. Wow, and I don't think I got any of them summoned either. Bad luck there. That's just about layer 1 now. Pretty smooth. The entrance was the only scary part. Okay, let's dive. Light the torch, get some good summons. Kind of. Wraiths. What do they do? 15 damage. Unfortunately, I got this Poisoner here, which I don't like. Let's lock him down. get Mana Viper up. And then Hurl Torchlight, I think. Buff and damage. Sweet. They killed the frog over here, and these guys are about dead, so. Yeah, that went swimmingly. Could have went a lot worse, but especially with this Yak Pack coming. Luckily, we were able to kill fast enough. Okay, just pull back. Let the Wraiths do the work. That's spellcasting to 7. Let's go fighting until we get to about to 100 HP, I think. So yeah, it's already set to 7, so we'll do that first. And then we're just keeping an eye on our Sphinx Sisters. That's really the big goal. I just want a little more HP to feel safe, because right now I feel okay when I got a ton of summons up. Otherwise, I'm a little squishy. Ooh, Bear doing work on my summons. Okay, Komodo's going to do a lot of damage too, so really want to raise him back from the dead if we can. Nice, got him. Let's see, I've got Slaying on still. I don't need Slaying. So we'll go double Intelligence Rings, which puts Mana Viper to 5%, and it puts Sphinxes to 86%. So we're almost there. Almost there in the sense that it's falling quickly. Don't need Slaying anymore. Would really like to find some stuff that gives resistance. I haven't found much in the way of gear, like other than baseline stuff. I've got all my Ox slots filled, but none of it's any good. It's all +0. Hey, there's heal wounds. Big find. So now we'll go start identifying scrolls at this point. There's Blink. Yeah, we'll definitely learn Blink. It's at 10% right now. You know, Meth Cloud is really good with my undead army too. And it's very close to online. If I trained Alchemy, that would go towards Irradiate, which isn't that far off. Maybe I go Alchemy into Meth Cloud immediately, then Irradiate, then Sphinx Sisters. Let's see. I think I've got nothing in Alchemy. Yeah, so let's just start training that at the same time. We'll take it up to like 3. That'll be very cheap. Getting some actual direct damage spells online would be huge right now. Because if I don't have summons, I basically don't have anything. Okay, no G-calls, and he's coming in hot. I wanted to drain him if I could. Ouch. Terrari Dart picked up again, so got him. Nice. Okay, vampire mosquitoes. These guys can be scary. We're going to hope they're not too bad with all these summons. We'll go Mana Viper. Looks like they killed a shark down here. Drained him. What's their damage? Oh, 13. Not so bad. Still don't want to be in melee with 3 of them, though, huh? Wow. I also think they're already undead, and so you can't raise their corpses. Yeah, look at this. The story here is that the vampire mosquitoes killed all these things before I could get there. Okay, that's alchemy to 3 already. So now we're going to go... what? Spellcasting, maybe? Spellcasting's cost of 9.5. Hexes is only 8. I think I want to see where I'm at, actually, on the castability of everything. The Irradiate is alchemy and conjurations, right? And conjurations, and they're both in Mephetic Cloud, so leveling up either one of them would be good for Mephetic Cloud. Alchemy, though, is also in Yara's, and I think I'm going that direction longer term. So let's take alchemy to 5, and then we'll see where we're at. So Irradiate's down to 45. This will come on pretty quick. And Yara's is at 22, so I could go pick that up if I have the money for it. How much money was that? 550. So we're not there yet. We're at 221 gold. Got to make some money. At this rate, that's probably not coming online until after Orc, actually. Okay, we're going to call this good, and we're going to dive. Starting in a wide open area here next to a frog. Lighting the torchlight. We got blink frogs coming. Oh, and Snorg. Oh, wow, the screen just filled up with guys. So this is unfortunate. Let's get Snake up. It'll be good if the Murder Kutas fill the screen and get Snorg dead quickly. If they don't, I might be running away. Lock Snorg down. Now, of course, these enemies have gone around my allies to get next to me. I'm saving my last Curare for Snorg. 41% to paralyze over here. Let's see what else we have. We do have Blink as well. Oh, and Torchlight. Don't forget Torchlight. Snorg is worth a charge. So I'll use one on Snorg and I'll get one back. Because all named enemies give you a charge. Then I'm going to hit Curare on them and miss. And then we're going to switch with Snake to put that in place here. Whoa, Josephine too? That's why all these Wraiths are here. That makes sense. Let's hurl Torchlight again. No, because it's going to hurt the Snake here. I'd rather have Snake alive. I'm going to retreat from Josephine this direction. Hopefully Snorg dies quickly. Come on, guys. There we go. And we raise Snorg from the dead. Okay, Josephine, I believe, is living. Yes, so she has no poison immunity. She does have Ghostly Fireball, which is going to hurt. Can we paralyze her? 25% chance. So not really. 25 on Polymorph. Ooh, it combines Soul. Okay, we just went up to 4 pips of piety here. What's my chance to bind Soul? Or how does that work? I don't remember. Yeah, it's just 100% chance then. But then she has to die. 13% failure, it says. Risk of failure. So that's pretty good. And then she has to die within some number of turns. Let's read. I haven't used this for a while. Returns bound soul. Yeah, they have to be relatively uninjured. Okay, and the focus required to keep their soul from escaping will consume 1/3 of the user's current health. So that's me. returning it upon slaying them. The attempt will fail entirely if the mark leaves your sight. One soul at a time. It doesn't say how many turns it lasts, but I'm moderately sure it has a duration. It's like a debuff, I thought. But it could be the case that it's just as long as she's on my screen. She would be an amazing bound soul. Current thinking is continue to run back and get these guys dead quick before she gets in the way. And then I can smite target bound soul. I think that's what we're going to do. Really don't want to get hit with that. Ghost Flame or whatever that spell she uses is. It's bad news. But it will surely be Fireball targeted, not Smite targeted. So if I stand behind enough minions, they'll get hit first. And maybe they don't take damage? Let's see. Do undead take damage from Ghostly Fireball? Drains any living creature and engulfs. Negative energy. So no. I think my allies are immune to that, which is fantastic. Oh, I did get more radius out of the Umbra when I went up in pips, so that's good to know. So I'm going to step down one more. Ooh, Steam Dragon. I'm more scared of the Steam Dragon right now, I think. Let's see, what do we want to level now? Hexes is the cheapest. Just take it up to 8. Irradiate is at 34%. Okay, Steam Dragon, I see you. What about something like Paralysis? 59% on that, 41 on this. I'm just going to try to keep as much space between me and my allies and the enemies as I can. Look at this. I've got all 3 stairways right here, which is great in case I do need to retreat. I'm going to try not to, of course. Okay, she's off the screen. And now back. So I'm torn between telling my allies to target the Steam Dragon, which I think I do. It's much scarier, right? Or do I just let them go? Because if I tell them to attack that, they're going to go away from this guy, which is a threat to me, and not so much to them. So I just got to hope the Murder Kutas stay alive long enough, I think. So let's resummon Mana Viper. Oh god, Shark from the north? Rough. Let's bind Soul right now. Tell them to attack this. Do I have paralysis on Shark? 41%. I've also got Wand of Roots, and I've got Graveclaw. So Graveclaw got hit with Steam. Oh no, and the Steam knocked her out of line of sight, which means Bind Soul fell off. That's awful. And I can't bind Soul again. Just awful. So I've got to get out of the Steam. I'm in bad shape. This fight has not gone the way we wanted it to. So I've got healing, I've got curing, and I've got teleportation. Oh, look at this. Okay. She is still soul gripped. So leaving line of sight didn't do what I thought it was going to do, which is surprising. Still scared of Steam Dragon and Shark. So still in bad shape, but could do Wand of Roots. Could just try Graveclaw again. This guy's bad. This is not good to have him here. But again, Steam Dragon is kind of scarier in some ways. Let's lock him down again. She went out of line of sight again. Let's try to paralyze Steam Dragon while we got the chance. Didn't do it. I'm now within range of her and the Steam Dragon, which is bad. I'm thinking either fog or teleport here. My army's too spread out, and I've got too many very dangerous threats nearby. Fog helps by blocking steam from doing damage in the immediate sense. It's bad for Shark if he gets in close. These guys might kill Shark pretty quickly. Or I hurl Torchlight at Shark, buffing these guys, killing Shark, giving me an out. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, let's not hit the snake though, huh? We'll do this. Okay, that's good. Now these guys are bad. But if I read Fog, Steam Dragon cannot steam me. Step back. Torchlight again, maybe? Here, I hit my snake. Worth, I think. Totally worth. Got Shark. Say, kill Steam Dragon, please. Smoke Ball hit me, but that's okay. I'm going to pop a heal wounds here because I'm pretty sure the Ghost Fireball thing can kill me. So just playing safe. Unnecessarily so, maybe. Okay, Steam Dragon down. Ooh, lots of other deadly things coming too, and I'm slowed for some reason. Unclear why. I must have got hit by the Wraith. That does slow. Okay, let's get Mana Viper back up. Not sure where Josephine is. Somewhere in here. There she is. Her soul is no longer bound. Unfortunate. Not what we picked this fight for. Let's get her dead before she becomes a bigger threat. Paralysis here, 41%. What else we got? Just step down and back. Running low on mana too, unfortunately. Could roots on these two. Sweet, Blink Frog blinked away, which was just lucky. She's rooted and surrounded by Shark and Murdercuda, so we should be okay. As long as I don't step in. I certainly don't want to step in on her because the fireball hit me. We're just going to pass turn. Now we're going to step down and back. And she died. Okay. So unfortunately did not get her soul, but boy, she would have been a good one too. That's so unfortunate. So let's get more spellcasting, I think. Take that up to 9. Currently at 32 on a radiate. Fight's not over. Let's finish that. Should be relatively easy. She didn't even drop anything for me. Okay. Amanon. Amanon? Yeah. Amamon. Anyway, I can't bind his soul. I still haven't got my Pip of Piety back. Do I have... No, my Curai. My only Curai is laying down here on the floor. Even though he's weak to poison, can't do it. So I guess we'll just say, go attack him. Forget if he has range. No. As long as he's surrounded, he probably can't summon. Get wrecked. Demon Whip of Venom. Pretty good weapon. I'm going to switch into it. The ranged weapon isn't doing anything for me, actually. Okay, Murder Kudos are gone. Somewhere there is a poison demon running around that's always with him. So let's not get jumped. Don't have cold resist either, so... This looks like shoals. Yep. What was this? Did I look at it? No, I don't even know what it is. Okay, and we got spider down here. Shoals and spider. Ringmail fire resist. Ringmail's too heavy to wear, isn't it? No, it's 7. Oh, I'm going to put that on. For now. Yeah, there's the orange demon. Okay, orange demon is resistant to poison, right? No, he's not. Let's hit him with Curai. Mana Viper. Just got to stay out of the way of his reach. Level 13. We are leveling up faster than you'd like, given the challenges this week. But I have been clearing Lair rather than diving. For better or worse. I'm going to hit all these guys. And then just resummon Viper. Seems fine. Spellcasting up to 9. So now I think we just jam... So we could just jam summoning. Or I could get alchemy up a bit. Probably don't really need to for Yara's. It's probably just online when I can buy it, but I can't even buy it yet, so let's not worry too much about that. We'll take summonings up to like 13. All right, so I could just dive here. Call Lair close enough to done. I'm worried about my XP because I don't want to hit 18 before we get down to Vaults 5. So let's dive. Okay, Blink Frogs. Let's light the torch. Interesting selection here with the Flayed Ghost. Okay, there's slime. So I can get that point right now. So what I could do is pop my head in slime and then go back to dungeon. What am I really trying to do before I get into vaults? I need 1 ruin because I'm not going to lock myself in there this time. So I need to get 1 ruin. I've already found spider, which is going to be our first ruin. And I want to get gold so I can get those spells online, which probably means going to orc. So I think orc is actually a higher priority than almost anything else. So we'll finish this fight. We'll pop our head into slime, get the point. I want to dive. I might just dive straight to layer 4 now after this fight and all that so that I can get the loot and then bail out of here and go to orc. I think that's the play. Ouch. Let's not get dispersed if we can help it. Luckily, lots of little slimes around this entrance. Nothing too bad. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I was going to target this guy. The darn thing about... Ooh, look at that. I'm going to put that on. How much different is this? I was just going to say the darn thing about Yredelemnul is that you don't really want to dive over and over because you lose your summons and your torch and all the things that come with it. So no change in AC that's meaningful. Better EV and spells improve. This is a huge pickup for me. And I'm just replacing the ring mail of fire resistance. Okay, let's not fall asleep. Oh, I didn't get my armor on. Look, I was standing there bare chested. Whoops. Let's not get hit. Here comes Boulder Beetle too to ruin my day. Can I get this on? Yep. Okay, cool. Sweet, I got him poisoned. Where'd he go? He dies from my poison. I'm currently using Emonon's Demon Whip here of Venom, which is fantastic. Okay, so Irradiate at 28%. Horrible Things is actually at 98, so it's starting to come down. Let's just check real quick. Yara's at 10%, so it's on, and 65 on Sphinx Sister, so I just need gold. A little bit of gold to buy this book, and we're going to be rolling. All right, I see you, Snake. Seriously? Die. Dude, come on. Torch didn't even do it. Why are you so serious, Snake? I'm just going to pop Curing now. Yeah, I figured. We'll heal off the Exploration. Really need poison resist here. Pretty uncomfortable getting next to poison enemies. Just tap him with a bunch of poison and walk away. Let's find Blink, shall we? Noise. Okay, Yak Pack. Which is good insofar as it'll build our army. I did say I was just going to dive slime and get out of here. It's just so hard to pass up the army. Do we just take this right now? I think we probably can, right? I don't know what else is in there, but we've got Hydra plus Torpor Snail. We've got a ring. It's going to be a ring of wizardry. I can just feel it. Let's go. Let's do it. We're going to hit this dude with Torch. Bind the Snail. Good point, Plank. Thank you. I read your comment a little too slowly, unfortunately. That's a nice top tier bind right there because it slows everything permanently. Shoot. Well, alas. You heard it, you fool, he says. Yes. Yes, I did. Mistakes were made. Ring of Ice, I didn't even want that. Double Sword of Spec and some other stuff. Negative F is bad. Double Sword means I can't wield shields, I think, so I'm not going to get that. Okay, but now you've got me thinking, Plank. So I just missed getting Josephine bound earlier, but now I'm going to be watching for snails. Dude, why are these black mamas so scary? Just because they're fast, I guess. It's been a while since I've had a character that was this scared of black mambas, for God's sake. Paralysis? 59%? Do it again. Whatever, he's dead. Little scumbag killing all my summons. Get him, Hydra. Okay. Let's dive slime. Get that point. Let's check around here real quick. First. Yeah. Kill Komodo. I don't think I need to do anything special here. Plank says, in my strategy notes for this week, I had a line that said, protect the snail. That is a good note. Did you end up getting one, or what did you end up binding early on? Okay, there's our slime point. And we'll leave. And I think we're just going to dive down to layer 5 now. Try to get the loot, and we'll go from there. Oh, right. I did watch some of your game. He says I rolled a Faded Altar and got Bjog. You decided to roll the dice, huh? Must have done that before level 5, thinking that you could re-roll your character too if you missed the god, I'm guessing. I did not get so lucky on my Faded Altar. It had none of the gods that I could acceptably take. Oh, no more G calls. I thought I had some. Wow, man, Hydra just eaten all of my summons. And here's another snake to finish it. He says, no, it was character number 2, Ignis, Bjog, and Jiva. Okay, so that's a pretty good chance. You had 66% chance to roll something that gave you the point. And Ignis would have been great early on too, right? Because you lose the point, but at least you get a free dungeon, basically. So can't fault you for that. Seems like a good play. Just carving out this area around the upstairs. For safety reasons. That dispersal wasn't so bad. That could have been really bad with the Hydra hitting it. So let's try not to get that on screen again, shall we? Come on, Mana Viper. Hydra versus Hydra. Oh, it took my Hydra down. Awful. Awful, awful stuff. Teleport. Something bites your 8-headed Hydra. A freaking snake again. I do not like those black snakes. Okay, I'm petrified. Give my summon up. All good. Ring of Positive Energy. I'm going to take it with me, obviously. And What? I don't have anything here that I hate and want to drop. Quill Talisman, don't need that. So let's go pick up this ring. Protection from cold is good. Good enough to put on right now? Potentially. Yeah, that's fine. Z asks, where did I get the 34 int from? Well, now I'm down to 28. I had 2 intelligence rings on. I just took one off. And I have gone into intelligence every time it's asked me when I leveled up. That's all. Just the double intelligence rings, really. So this is the Petrified Castle. Or Undead Castle, I guess. Would be a better way to describe that. At least that's what it looks like from here. Yeah, bottom of the map. That's what it's going to be, unfortunately. So that means our Hurl Torchlight isn't going to do damage to the undead things, and they won't be raised from the dead. So that's pretty suboptimal. Let's do a Torchlight here. Well, at least we'll have some death yaks going into it, I guess, right? Three plus 1. And we'll do a Curare on you. All good. Another Torchlight. If I could get it about right there, I think I'd be happy with that. Whoops. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, Torchlight takes piety away. I did not realize that. Whoops. Which shrank my Umbra, which means I didn't resurrect that yak. Cascading effects. What am I into now? A little more fighting, maybe? That looks like a blink to me. 12%? Should be fine. Got a Grave Claw for you. Of course, I didn't get those 2 resurrected either. Boy, I'm just not doing great here on this fight. Not a bit. We got 1. We got 2. Rough going. Is there a second patch of loot in the middle of this map? I think there's not, but there could be. Or is it possible to get another vault up here in the top right corner? Maybe. I don't remember. I was just hoping for some kind of loot down here, right? And I'm not feeling super comfortable about going into that castle area down there. This isn't where we want to fight a yak pack, really? I'd prefer to be in the open. I guess I can do the work mostly with my whip. Cool, good enough. What's this dagger? Something amazing? No, Dagger of Pain. So I guess I'm going to pop my head in here. I've cleared out the rest of Layer 5. I can't just not. Nameless Horror. Nameless Horror popped into view, except I never actually saw it. It died immediately. So cast that again. Yeah, so it's all undead in here, mostly. It's not all undead. I think there could be elephants, regular elephants, maybe. But this is a pretty unfortunate spawn for this current build. Yeah, there's a regular elephant at least, because we're not going to be able to resurrect any of these guys. Torchlight doesn't do anything. So kind of rough. Let's go more spell casting up to 11. Radiates back to 38%. Why is that? Oh, I lost my intelligence from this. Let's just check. As a reminder to everybody else, I'm still working on getting this book online, which has Yara's and Sync Sisters. So Yara's is basically online. Sisters is at 65%. So as soon as we can afford that, we're absolutely buying it and going in that direction. Okay, elephant, I see you. All right. I actually made it down here fast enough that the gym is alive. Glowing scarf could be of resistances. So I think that's the priority. This is also the living chamber and the easier of the two. So I'm just skipping this because there's nothing in here I want, right? What's under this gem? Ooh, File Floods. I'm willing to pass that up. If it was Box of Beasts or something else, I'd probably go for it. But File Floods, I'm going to say no thanks. Okay, we got Bolt of Draining. I do have Positive Energy, so let's go Positive Energy instead of Protection from Cold. Then we'll get Snake, and we'll have the Snake go Anti-Magic, the Necromancer. Here's the big bad on this side, so there's at least one here, unfortunately. What do? Do we bind Soul anyway, and then just bind something else better later on? Because I could bind this elephant. Does that seem good? Can I bind that elephant? I can. That seems good, right? It's better than nothing, surely. And also, then the Necromancer can't do his buff on him, probably. Let's try it. Chance to fail, 13. Okay, got it. So I'm down to 3 pips, which means my Umbra is only this big. We're going to save Grave Claws, though we do have 3 of 3. Let's use 1. Just try to get this guy dead faster. I never learned Mephitic Cloud. That was a mistake. I had trained for it and then didn't learn it. And now it would be useful, so whoops. Okay, Mana Viper doing work. We're going to go lock him down, switch with Mana Viper, lock him down again. Come on, kill him. Resummon Mana Viper. He's almost dead. Got him. Okay, cool. So he's got 90 some base, 93 base HP, and he does 32 trample damage plus trunk damage of 12, which has drain life. So this is fine. It's no snail, but it's better than nothing, that's for sure. Whoops. Summon my snake right into that gap. Okay, Ice Critter. Let's try to get my snake to kill him so that my dude doesn't take more damage. I think if this guy dies, he's dead for good, right? Is that how this works? Yeah, he goes to different floors with me, but he dies for good, I'm pretty sure, when he dies. Boy, I don't even get loot here. Usually there's loot right here. Really bad luck on the loot thus far. Overall, but Lair especially. Okay, you can be Curarade, right? Yes. Let's do it. Or not. What else we got? Just tell Snake to get in there? Okay. Sweet. Resistances, right? No, shadows. Staff of Death. Okay, so I could at least do Protection of Cold instead of Positive Energy. And then I'll drop Trident. And I'm going to pick up Staff of Death so I can get negative energy resist from the staff. And then do I want Scarf of Shadows? Nah, I've already got Umbra. So I don't think I need that. It might be worth, I'm going to check this room, and there's another loot room over here. So I'm going to check, but I'm not going into this room. I don't think it's worth fighting all that stuff again. The Dire Elephant in particular. Gold, but I do need gold. Gold is actually the main thing I need to get that book online, and it's 38 pieces. So I'm just going to hide from Necromancer so that he can't buff his dudes as well. Cool, got him before he buffed him. Dude, Dire Elephant summon here is just trampling like crazy. That worked really well. Okay, so we got gold here, and we have a glowing giant mace, which I'm not going for. And we're not going for this. So we're done with Lair. See how much money we have. Do have enough money for Book of Misfortune, so let's go grab it. Game? Why'd we stop there? Okay. Book of Misfortune. 63% and Yara's at 14. I'm going to call that online. Huge pickup here. What do you mean I don't have enough money? I swear it told me I had enough money. Did I misclick? E. Yes. Okay. Sweet. So we're going to learn Yara's. Mephitic Cloud. Mephitic Cloud does a confusion, which Yara's can debuff, so at the very least I've got that combo. Then I'm looking at Irradiate and Sphinx Sisters, and then Horrible Things is down to 92, so it's common. Just going to take a 30-second break here. I'll be right back. All right, thanks for your patience there. Okay, I guess we're going to D10 again, where we had some pretty major threats waiting for us. And we're going to check. We're leveling spellcasting right now, up to 11, with the thought that all these skills, all these spells I want are in different skill schools. But at the very least, we've got a big upgrade here with Yara's and Mephitic Cloud. So I think we should be fine now. We still can't see invisible. Can this guy see invisible? He can. Nice. So we do have a vampire waiting for us on D10, which is what I'm thinking about there. Dungeon 10, go. Also this guy, who I ran away from because he has Vitrify plus Bolt of Cold. But now we have resistance to cold. So, not an optimal place to come down. We're actually just going to retreat. And then Mephitic Cloud. I'm not resistant to poison, I've got to remember. So let's try a different stairwell. Another wizard. Hit him with Curare. Should have hit him with Mephitic Cloud. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. Can we shoot a Mephitic through there? Certainly can. Didn't confuse him, though. There we did. Nice. Yes, so poison resist goes way up on my to-do list with Mephitic Cloud online, because just being able to stand in that and cast it at melee range is huge. And the only thing I have for that right now is Medusa Talisman, which is at 8 shapeshifting. So we could get it there pretty quickly. What does it meld? Helmet and cloak. That's fine. I just have basic helmet and cloak. So I could see doing that. There's a good look at my weapons and armor right now if you're just joining. We've already been to this floor, so we can't light the torch, in case you were wondering. Presumably we have another wizard over here looking for me, so I think I'm going to go look for him first. There he is. And we're going to go Mephitic Cloud. There-ish. Lock him down and say, go get him, Mana Viper. Nice. Easy. Okay, same thing here, right? E. Mephitic Cloud is E. I'm going to remember that. And then I'm just kind of generally looking for Yara's targets, if I can find them. Staff of Earth, not relevant. Okay, let's go back in this vault. There's got to be something good here, right? Try Mephitic again. Mephitic again. I still didn't get him confused until the third try. That's rough. Died pretty quickly after that. Got trampled by the elephant. Boy, this whole thing is filled with these guys. There's a Yara's target. I miscast? Oh, game. Toying with me. What do we got for you? Probably just Mephitic Cloud. Okay, Yara's on D. Got confused again. Nice. Spellcasting to 11. Now, hexes is a lot cheaper than summoning and spellcasting. So let's do that. And we're going to go for Sphinx Sisters more than anything. I think that's worth doing over Irradiate, because Irradiate does not pair well with my summons, obviously. Yara's is hard enough to get cast. Woohoo, look at this. Warlock's Mirror, hello. Favorite shield in the game, one of my favorite special items in the game. We can drop the Kite Shield. This has the weight of a buckler. Oh, is it a little more than a buckler? No, it's same as a buckler. And it's freaking amazing. So it's more shield, and it reflects spells, basically. Yeah, magical attacks against the wielder's willpower. So it gives reflect, it gives me more shield. Willpower-based reflect, Fantastic. Huge pickup there. That's by far the best thing we found all game. Well worth diving into this. Ooh, is there more? Is there more to this vault? I think that's the main vault over here. This just must be an extra little arm off of it. Hey, there's loot though. 3 roots wand. Charges. And unknown potions. So I have not found mutation pot yet. So we're not going to blind drink these. As soon as we do, I will. Okay, let's go take that vampire. Ooh, let's take the gargoyle first, huh? Just don't get in range of him. I expect, yeah, the Dire Elephant takes him down quickly. All right, what else do we have on this floor? I can tell you I haven't been very turn count efficient. I'll have to dump it and see what my turns are pretty soon here. But first we'll deal with Sanja. So she has Wand of Roots again, Sword of Venom, Curare darts. Not as scary as she could be, that's for sure. She's going to be weak to poison. I don't have Curare, but I do have Mephitic Cloud. So we're going to summon Mana Viper and stand behind that. Lock her down. Okay, she's got anti-magic. Mephitic Cloud, Mana Viper. Oh, that's awkward. This guy's rooted, which means that I can't go that way to get out of my roots. And if I go this way, I get confused. I could blink, as in the spell. I guess I'm not too scared just yet. Yeah, let her die. Constriction wore off, so we're all good. Curare darts, 5 of them, huge. I only had 2 all game, and I mulched one early. So now we got 5 again. Beautiful stuff. Yaks. Should be pretty easy. Still only at 3 pips of piety on Yerd. I was hurling Torchlight too often, not realizing that it drained piety. I guess that's what I attribute it to. There's death. Okay, D11. So we have found Orc already. Sphinx Sisters at 52. We're getting there. We're just going to keep going. Light the black torch. Oh, that's why I'm not getting any piety. My torch wasn't lit. Because I had already lit it on the first trip to D10. So that's why. Okay. That all makes sense. Now we're going to start getting piety. If we can ever find some enemies. Come on, game. I want enemies. Well, my guys are still spawned. Here we go. Something invisible. Something hits me. There we go. It was an unseen horror. Yeah, so I got to kill a single enemy with my initial summons from Yerd. Very lame. Walk around the corner into a 2-headed giant. What's that about? And now we're getting flanked from somewhere. He must have been, I don't know where he was. Nice little vault here with not a lot in it. Oh, got more to go. That would have been most of the loot, though. Hello, you. Easy. Okay, this guy is more scary than the last. Maybe not so much if I'm up next to him. Sweet. Yaks and trolls. Very weak to Mephitic Cloud. That looks like a Yara's target. Again. Nice. Benar, I step into his line of sight and he immediately flashes cold across the screen. Luckily, I have my resist cold ring on. He seems like a particularly bad bound soul with his AoE, which is too bad because he has summons, which I really like. If I could get Mephitic Cloud on him, that would be fantastic. Can I at least hit him with Curare? Not quite. There's Mephitic Cloud. Lock him in place so he's confused. And now they beat him to death. Awesome. What do you got? Robe of Cold Resist. And a bunch of nothing. Nothing I want, that's for sure. I can't complain. I've got the Wizard Shield. Everything will be fine. And I have Resist Corrosion, actually, because of my armor. So this isn't particularly scary. Troll's a little scarier, I thought. I was wrong. Sweet, get the ugly thing resurrected. Okay, Hex is the 10. It's still a cost of 12 to keep going up on Hexes. But I think jamming summonings is better because we do eventually want to get on Summon Horrible Things, which I have in my library. I guess that's the route we're going to go. Yeah. At least to 15. We'll go from there. Let's see what we're at. 43. We're so close, so we just got to go. This is at 90. If we found a wizardry ring right now, it would be huge. Let me put on the extra intelligence ring instead of the protection from cold. And we'll see where we're at. 32%. Let's learn it. It's on F for friends. Let's learn. Do we learn Irradiate here too? I think so. Cool. And now we'll try not to forget that we don't have cold resist. Yeah, we'll Curare and then we'll confuse and kill. Okay, I think we better dive. Sentinel's Mark, that's fine. Anything coming to get me? I don't think so. Certainly don't want to go down the stairs though while that's happening. D12. Oh, light the torch. There's an ID scroll. I hadn't found one of those for a little while. So I guess we're looking mainly for mutation pots at this point. There's attraction. Let's get confused on him. Sweet. Those guys do a pretty good chunk of damage. So if you can have them as friends instead of enemies, it's definitely what you want to do. All right, this guy does a bunch of damage at range. We do have one fire resist, Pip. And he is immune to poison, I think. Well, can't be Curarite or Mephetic Clouded. Can be anti-magicked. And rooted. Easy game. There's Potion of Magic. Slimes. Okay, I gotta take care here, especially with this guy down here. There's a bunch of damage on the screen right now. Confuse, and let the boys charge in. Kill them, please. Thank you. Hello, you. Scale mail of fire resistance, evening star, and javelins. So don't want to be in melee. 50% chance to hit with Curare. So let's go with, let's make sure they're not poison immune. All good. Let's confuse. That's a whiff. Step out of melee. Lock him down. Lock him down again. Oh, he's getting trampled is what's happening. Picked up some javelins. Yeah, so binding this soul here on the Dire Elephant was really good. That is a ton of damage. Absolutely carrying us right now. Lignify. Okay, going to dive now. Let's check this room real quick. Nothing. Light the torch. More enemies, please. There's enemies, but that's kind of scary, isn't it? We do have Reflect and Evasion. We're still wearing the Acrobat Amulet. Okay, so this is bad unless we can keep everything confused. Nope, going poorly. We're retreating. Boy, I don't know how these guys aren't getting confused. Is this one immune to it? No. He should be dying. You need to die faster, sir. What is this nonsense? Yara's miscast it. Ooh, plus that guy. Let's keep him in it. Lock him down. Uh-oh. Going to lose my bound spirit. Yep, I sure did. Dire Elephant is destroyed. Sad day. I liked that Dire Elephant. Shortbow of Friesen was doing work on me. Ouch, I say, ouch. Probably don't want to bind the Pyromancer, right? That's not worth it. I don't think so. Just checking. 63 on Summon Horrible Things. Huge. 26 on Sphinx Sisters. I kind of think we'll just train hexes alongside this up to like 11. One more level and that's going to be big. I'm just going to read Identify Scroll in this guy's face. That's how confident I am. That's going to be fine. Oof. A lot of nothing that direction. Could have gone down here. Manticore can be confused. Okay. Now, do we keep diving or do we go orc? I think maybe before anything, let's dump the character. Have a look at our turns. We're at 14,000 turns. So we got to be under 40 by the time we win to get that one-time bonus. Whoops. Got to go out of full screen there. There we are. So I'm also level 14, almost 15. So I've only got 3 more levels to get a Ruin and to dive to V5. I got to think seriously here about if I'm getting that bonus point. We don't need to go into work. Other than the fact that we don't have poison resist, and Spider is going to be the first Ruin. We really can't clear much of Spider at all without hitting level 18 at this rate. Boy, that's unfortunate. That's actually pretty hard to do. If I had found poison resist by now, we could go straight to Spider, but the only poison resist I have is the Medusa Talisman. Now, I could pretty quickly get that online. Do I want to do that? It is a good talisman. I like it. But it's just a complete sidestep from what we're doing right now. And we've almost got all our spells online that we want. I mean, these are so close. And to neglect them just to get poison resist. Okay, so I think that solves it. Instead of diving more dungeon, let's go to orc. And try to get Sphinx Sisters online. I'm just going to die if I don't find poison resist, though, in Spider. How far away from Sphinx Sisters are we? Not that far. I could probably happily cast it around like under 20. Under 20% fill rate probably would be okay. So we'll just work on hexes. We're going to go to orc. We're going to hope for poison resist there. There's a moderate chance. At least we could find something. We're more likely to find good loot there than we are diving this way through dungeon. So I think that's the game plan. Whoops, thought I hit it. Why'd we stop? Wave of frost passes over me. Oh dear. Well, I do have 1 pip of cold resist. I could at least pop my head in, right? I'm not going to instantly die. Right? Famous last words. Okay, so we have 1 pip of willpower. Chance to confuse is 28%. That's not meaningless. So we got to be careful here. Here's a paralyzer. What's his chance? 46. This could get rough if I'm not careful. Is he a soul worth binding? Only 31 HP. He would have 37 as a bound soul, but he summons demons. I mean, that sounds good, right? I feel like it's kind of a waste, but I need some more power, so I think we're going to do it. Kill him, please, quickly. You're not killing him quickly enough. He does Bolt of Fire and Bolt of Draining, so I could swap into Staff of Death. No, we got a Steam Demon. Boy, he's just obliterating my summons, isn't he? Man. Okay. Now we got a Yara's target behind him. No, draining isn't a target. This is. Yeah, that's worth. Cool, got him. Robe of Willpower. Nah. Though I could do Ring of Willpower. How much worse does that make my spells? They go into the 30s. I think that's okay. All right, this is the guy that killed me last game. So let's not screw around, shall we? That said, I've got nothing special to do against him. Mana Viper, and I can lock him down. And then I can Yara's the summons. Got him. Level 15. More int. There's this. So we're going to flip on our cold ring. Oh, if I leave here, though, the torch goes out. Dude, Yredelemnul, you're killing me. I can turn my torch on in there, but then I come back out and the torch is off. Should I say that Orc 1 is probably just about done? I think it might be, I guess. Yeah, it's worth it. Famous last words. Light the black torch. Let's find something good. Scarf of Resistances, Robe of Resistances. I'd take any of that. Both, even? Step back, put on the Demon Whip again. So this guy does have all the same spells. My Bound Orc Sorcerer. Is he doing anything? It doesn't appear he's doing anything yet. I have miscast Mephitic Cloud twice at 6%. There's a summon from my Orc dude. Okay, this isn't so bad because I can dispel its summons. That hurts though, and it hurts my summons too. Got Wand of Flame. It is weak to fire, so Wand of Flame does do something. Freezing Cloud. What is that, like 1 dice probably of damage? Oh, Wand of Roots works on that too, actually. And then Wand of Flame. I whiffed. Oh, Wand of Flame is going to evaporate the cloud, or like disperse the cloud, I think. Recall Undead Harvest so that it's surrounded. And then that's just going to work, right? Nice. It did. Berserker Rage. Well, we're not going to use that, so we'll throw that on the ground along with Attraction. And we're going to find Kite Shield of Cold Resist, which we might as well leave it laying on the ground. I'm not ever taking this. What's it called? The Wizard Shield? Yeah, Warlock's Mirror. I'm never taking that off. That thing is amazing. Awkward positioning here. Let's see. Lock you down, then Yara's. And then I get a summon. Okay, lots of guys coming in now. But this is fine, because my Mana Viper can get out here. And we'll just put a Mephitic Cloud up this way. And we'll put one over here, too, when we get a chance. But for now, what are we looking to do? Pass turns? Step over here? Yeah. And then we'll Mephitic Cloud. Let's go Yara's. We can hit 4 of them. That's pretty good. Yara's again up here. Nope, miscast. We got poisoned off of that. Okay, so everybody has the Malmutate debuff, except for the one right beside me, so we'll hit him. And then trade spots. Get him, boys. Nice. Hexes to 11. Keep working on summoning. We're at 26%. Though if I put my intelligence ring back on after this zone, it might just be online. All right, what can we do here? Not Mephitic, unfortunately. Step in, get a little poison going. Oh, taking a little more damage than I'd like. Oh, my Bound Sorcerer just died. Yeah, so he wasn't worth. Long story short, not a good bind. I knew that going into it, and I did it anyway. Cool. I was hoping for that space to open up so we can Mephitic Cloud, and then we can go Yara's. Beautiful. Okay, got an enchanted helmet up there. It's going to be a good one. I can feel it. Helm of Intelligence, incoming. Try to get you confused. It's a Helm of Strength, but it's a +2 Helm of Strength, and that's better than what I've got on right now. Helm of Strength does make my spells more castable, slightly. 2 charges of Paralyze. We'll keep going down this direction. Should be one more loot room, I think. Let's not get flanked. Whoops. Okay, just a bit of gold here. I thought there'd be another loot room. It must be up top. Oh yeah, across the water. Of course it is. What are we gonna have? Death yaks. Death yaks are not so bad. Surely it's not just death yaks though, right? That would be too easy. So I'm standing in water, and I'm blocked off by cold behind me. It does appear to be just death yaks. Too easy. Scarf of Resistances. Pop that on over my +0 basic cloak. Huge. That was totally worth coming in here. Any more loot? Any more enemies? Oh yeah, here's the main enemy. So this was just a little side loot chamber. I'm happy. I could leave right now. Do we leave right now? Let's see how much damage this guy does. We now have 2 pips of cold resist, so I'm feeling really good about that. Creeping Frost, 3d18. We do not have Scroll of Poison yet, which would be beautiful here. Best I can do is Mephetic Cloud on the entryway. Does this guy cast his damage when he can hurt his allies? I think not. Trying to remember from vaults. That's where I usually see these guys, and I think not. So I think I'm okay to cast a Mephetic Cloud in here, and... Okay, I was wrong. It apparently doesn't hurt his allies. Is that right? Any enemies of the caster standing next to a wall would be frozen and find their movement slowed. Okay, so we're frozen. It doesn't hurt his allies. Good to know. Could have read that beforehand. Whoops. There's 2 of them now. It doesn't do much damage to me at the very least, so, you know, it could be worse. But we're in a terrible spot to use my summons, obviously. So what do? What's the play? Mephetic Cloud and stand right here to fight? Cast Mana Viper into that space? Seems good. Now this is not great. I can't Mephetic Cloud him, but I could Roots. Mana Viper. Okay. Did I kill the other one? The other Frostbound guy? Frostheart guy? I don't know. Let's step back. Let's keep hiding. So we will lock him in place. Mephetic Cloud. Oh, you can confuse berserked enemies. I didn't think you could. I just learned something. Oh, I bet you can Yara's him too. Yara's the berserk? Absolutely can. What's this guy do in melee? 25 plus 24 cold. Let's step up. That's summoning to 15. Spell casting is much cheaper, so let's get a little more spell casting. We'll take it to 13. Get a Mana Viper up. Now we should just start snowballing. Yep. Beautiful. Good stuff. Now is that it? Let's not get flanked. Yep, that appears to be it. File Floods for the one I passed up earlier. Chainmail, no thanks. Here's our Book of Annihilations that we're never going to use, probably. Nah, we've got Ignition. If anything, we're going to go Ignition. What do you know? Staff of Alchemy. That's exactly what we need right now. So we're going to throw Resist Corrosion on the ground. We're going to equip Staff of Alchemy. And then we're going to equip Ring of Intelligence over top of Ring of Cold. And that puts Sphinx Sisters very much online. 14 is good enough. 19 on Irradiate is iffy, but castable. And there's our resist. So this was huge. This ice cave was well worth coming into. We are now ready for S branches. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to try spider. We'll see how it goes. Let me don't overexpress my confidence. It's not high. But we do have Sphinx Sisters, which can totally carry. What do I want to be getting online? Spellcasting. Yes. I think that's still right. Look at this. Summon Horrible Things now at 43. Miscast rate. So we're getting there. It's happening. Let's not get too much hubris going on. Now, we're level 15, 30% of the way through. Do I clear Orc at this point? So much gold. The idea that there could be more loot down there. Can I pass it up? I'm probably going to get to level 16 if I do. I think I ought to just go to Spider. Get that Ruin, and then I really got to dive Vaults. If I want that bonus point. Now, if I'm feeling less brave and less confident and just want to get a win, I have died the past 2 weeks, which is not good for me. I have a 50% win rate in this tournament, which is not up to par for my playstyle. So if I said I just want to survive, in that case, I would do Orc and I'd just keep leveling. And I'd be looking at getting into Zot before 20. Is that still on the plate? It is. It's going to be tricky, though. So I think I'm going to call it here. And I'm going to do some thinking about exactly what I want to do next. But I think I still want to get those challenges if I can. I think that's more important than surviving to me. Since this is the last week of the tournament, might as well do it. And Sphinx Sisters can carry all those locations. It can do 3 ruins just fine, and it can go right into Zot. And so if it's a matter of, yeah, Chuck, 40K win too, that's on the plate, or that's in the plans, I should say. Let me dump my character sheet here for you. Currently sitting at 14.8 thousand turns. So I think totally doable, right? I'm not big into turn counts, so if anybody thinks I'm wrong, say so. But I think that it's still doable. To basically dive Spider, get Ruin, dive Vaults, get bonus point, go back to Shoals to get the Ruin, do Slime with Summon Horrible Things, totally doable, and then go straight to Vaults. I think that gets me there before level 20, maybe, probably. And then certainly before 40,000 turns. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. It's going to be tricky, though. It's going to involve a lot of diving through dangerous places. But I do have good resists, right? I can't be upset about this level of resist. We don't have electricity, our elec, which can be scary in Spider. Those spark wasps are very, very dangerous. Got to keep an eye on that. Also don't have Potion of Resistance quite yet. At least not identified. So that's kind of what I'm scared of. But if I'm just diving Spider and I don't get any of those wide open spaces, I think it should be okay. That said, I could consider, actually, let me take that back. I could consider diving Shoals. Because cold and poison are the big things there. There's a little bit of electrical resistance, but I don't feel like it's quite as scary as spark wasps. Those guys really get my adrenaline going. So we got the Warlock's Mirror, which is good for ranged enemies. So maybe I go Shoals and dive Shoals. That could actually be less scary for me right now. I could even have 2 pips of cold resistance if I want it. So I don't know. If anybody has any thoughts on that, let me know. But probably diving Shoals is the way over Spider. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to log off for now. Might be on again later today, this evening for me. The North American viewers might be asleep when I go live for that, so you might have to catch it at a different time. But I'm thinking right now we're going to dive Shoals next. We'll see. I'll do some thinking on it. Thanks for watching up till now. Give me a subscribe so you know when I go live next time if you haven't yet. I appreciate that. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.